Hey guys, welcome back to I Plan to Create. Debbie here. Today I am going to be working on some hat orders. I got an order for 6 hats and I got 2 done, and just wanted to show you guys my little workspace. Changed it around a little bit, as you can see, but I thought I would turn on the camera and just show you guys how I hoop my hats, because sometimes we can get it wrong. So I thought maybe I can help you guys out and show you exactly how I get it done. I'm sorry for any background noise, but there's nothing I can do about it. Anyway, so here I have some, this is tearaway stabilizer. I got this from Amazon. I will link it down below if you're interested. And what I did was I took my hoop, I opened this up and I took my hoop, my 4x4, and I sized it and I just cut it. Well, I sized it this way because I can use this here. This length will give me enough to hoop 2 hats. So I'll just cut it here and then I cut it in half. So that's what I did with my stabilizer. And then after I cut it in half, this is what I have. And then it measures about 8 by 6. And what I want to do, let me get the hat first of all. This is our hat. So our hat from here to here, the brim measures about, I want to say 3 inches. Yeah, it's about 3 inches. So we want to mark the stabilizer. So 3 inches is half of this stabilizer. So what I want to do is I'll take my ruler, and I learned this from what's the channel's name, Baby's Booty, something like that. I'll link her down below, but I learned this from her, and approximately that's the middle. But it doesn't matter, because once we hoop it, we have to, you know, get it on right in the middle of the hoop, which these little notches here show you where the middle is, and that's where you want to put the line, right at the middle. So I got it at 3, right? So my stabilizer measures 6, so half of that is 3. So, and then what I want to do, since I want the logo is going to be this whole thing, I want to be able to hoop this properly on the hoop. I have to mark another line that's going to be at 4.5. So that's 1.5 inches from this line. So we want to do 1.5 inches, which is half of that half. So I'm just going to mark it with my pencil here. Boom. And this is going to show you exactly where you want to put your hat at. The brim of your hat. This part where you're going to embroider. I'll show you that in a minute. So that's ready. Now we're going to get it hooped. Okay, so here I have my hoop. And what I want to do is going to take my hat is going to go this way, right? Because we want the flap, whatever's going to be in the way, we want it to be on this side of the hoop, because this is the outside of the machine. So I'll take my hoop and I'll take this stabilizer, and on this line where we measured in the half of the stabilizer, which is 3, I'm going to align it with the notches. I hope you can see that. I'm going to align the line with the notch on this side and on this side. And then I'm going to lay it down on my hoop like this. Make sure that the line stays where it's supposed to be. And I'm going to hoop it. Alright, so as you can see, it's at that notch right there and that notch right there. So it's right in the middle. Now I'm going to tighten my hoop. Make sure that it's nice and tight or taut. So we tighten that up, and then I'm going to cut this axis here so it won't be in the way when we hoop our hat. So I'm just going to cut that piece right off. Just going to cut it right away. Right off the hoop. Like so. So now that's done, I'm going to turn the hoop this way, because this is the way it's going to go in the machine. I'm going to take my hat, and we're going to find the back of the hat right? We're gonna turn it inside out. Well, before we do that, let me just show you another trick so we know that this is the front of the hat. I want to make sure we have the front of the hat. This is the design that I'm gonna put on the hat. This is the logo. So I want to make sure that it's right in the middle of where I want to embroider. So what I do, just gonna take my hands to see if that's the middle. I'm gonna put this here with a safety pin, or I don't know what you call these, a pin. And I'm just gonna pin it right there, and that's gonna be my middle, right? That's where I want the design to go. This also gives me a guide, so I don't put the design upside down. I know which way it's gonna be facing, so that's a good idea right there. And then I'm gonna turn it inside out, like so. And here, this is the front, and as you can see, this is the back. And then we're gonna take our hoop, and then we're gonna slide this inside the hoop, like so. We're gonna slide the hat in there, and we're gonna make sure that this edge right here, the middle point, is aligned with the notch on this side. And that's how we know that it's right in the middle of the hat. It's right in the middle. And then the line, the second line that we drew on the stabilizer, that's where we want the end of our hat to go, right there. That way we know when it's time to embroider, it's gonna embroider in this section here. And then we're gonna pin this down, still making sure that it stays in the middle and on that line. And we're gonna take our pins and we're gonna pin the hat down. Because remember, the hat is really soft, so it's gonna move around a lot. So we got one pin down on that side. Now I'm gonna get another one on this side here, making sure that it's still on the line. And I'm gonna pin it, making sure I don't pin the other side of the hat, because remember, we don't want to embroider on that part of the hat. So that's down. Now I want to add water soluble on top of here, so I'm going to take my water soluble. Since I'm using the tearaway, I want to make sure that I give it double support. So I'm going to take a piece of this and I'm going to lay it over so I can size it, and I could just cut a piece off. Alright, so we got our piece there. And I'm going to take this and I'm going to fold it in half, because this is enough for two of them, for two hats. So I'm going to fold it in half, and then I'm going to cut it in half. So I'm going to put one to the side, because I'm going to use that on the second hat. And as you can see, it's going to go over the whole design with just that little piece. So I'm going to pin this down as well. And what I want to do is I want to put a pin down here at the very edge of the hat so it doesn't move. So I'm going to, with the soluble on top, I'm going to pin it there, like so. Right, so it'll move. And then I'm going to turn my hat. I'm going to do the same on this side, but before I do that, I have to, of course, move this. We don't need this anymore. I'll put this back down. And it's a little hard to do, but try your best to stretch it out so it could be nice and down on your hat, so it doesn't get in the way of the needle. Okay, I got one side, and I'm going to bring it in and pop it in, pop it out the other side, if I can do it. It's a little hard. You don't want to break your stabilizer, so you have to be really gentle. At the same time, you have to make sure you don't pin the bottom part of the hat. So it's a little difficult to do, but you get it. I'm gonna get this down and I'll be back. Alright, so I got the water soluble down on the hat and I'm ready to hoop. So we want to put this under, making sure that we don't snag on the water soluble. Move the hat out of the way in the bottom and then hoop it. There you go. Making sure there's nothing underneath. And it seems like it's perfect. I'll just bring you around this way so you can see. Hope you can see that. There we go. So everything is perfect. My design is turned the way it's supposed to be. Okay. And then I'm gonna put my presser foot down and I'm just gonna hit start so it can begin. Making sure that everything seems fine. Always gotta make double check, triple check, because remember, these are ordered hats. You don't want the customer to be dissatisfied. So here we go. Press start, and there we go. What I like to do is pause, and then see that little string that we started with. I like to cut that off so I don't be in the way. So I'm gonna go around here and cut it off. There it is, and then press start again. It is almost done. It's just doing the lettering now. Alright, so our design is done. You can see, finish. I'm gonna press OK. Come back over here so I can get it off. Lift this up. And on the hoop. For some reason my thread is still attached. You just cut it here. I don't know why that happened, but my machine is not the same. I had to take it for service and I just got it back today, and I'm really disappointed because this part here, which is the threader, is not working, and I really can't see. So I've been doing it manually, so it takes a little longer, and I'm really so upset about that. I have to take it back to them, but the thing is that it might take another week. I had it for a whole week at the place for them to service it, because I guess some thread got jammed in here, so they had to service it. But he charged me to $150 to make it new again, and then I get it back like that. Like, this is ridiculous. Check this out. It gets stuck there. It's supposed to come back all the way up like this, but when you go like that, it stays stuck. I have to keep pushing it up like this. Alright, anyway, that's a story for another day. Let me just show you guys. Now I'm gonna take it off the hoop. It's done. Let me just show you guys. It's upside down, of course, because that is how we had it hooped. This is the side of the hoop that we had it on. I'm gonna take, sorry about that. I'm gonna take all the pins out, which there are a lot of. Okay, my last pin. And then remember, this is tear away, so we could just tear it away. And that's what's left. And then I'm gonna just pull this off. I'm gonna turn it inside out so you can see how the design came out. I'll clean it off camera, but fold it back up, and this right side up again. Now I just have to clean it off, all the jump stitches, but I just want you to see how the back turned out. Just gotta clean off a little bit of the stitching back here. That's about it, and that is how you embroider a beanie. Anyway guys, thank you so much for stopping by today. I hope you enjoyed this quick tutorial, and I hope you come back for more. Click that like button if you like this video, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and hit the bell so you can be notified when I do upload again, and I will see you then. Bye.